In this video, I'm going to take you through 3 examples of solving systems of inequalities by graphing. So let's get started here. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to treat them, even though it's a system, I have 2 of them, I'm going to treat them one at a time. And let me go and start the first one. The first one, if I treat it as an equation, I have y by itself, and I'm going to start graphing it. Therefore, my m is 3 over 1, or negative 3 over negative 1, and my b is negative 4. So let me go ahead and plot that information in my graph. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. The slope is telling me up 3 to the right 1. 1, 2, 3, right 1. 1, 2, 3, right 1. And I don't have space to move down to use it the other way, and that's enough. According to my original equality, the inequality symbol, I should have a dotted line because I don't have the equal included. So let me go ahead and draw myself a dotted line there. All right, now this is the time where I need to decide which of the 2 half planes I will shade. And testing a point would be very ideal here. So I will choose 0, 0 since it has nothing to do with a line. So let me test 0, 0 in the original equality, which is the first one. I'm getting 0 is greater than negative 4, which is a true statement. So I tested this point and I got a yes. So I shade that area, and I can shade it very, very lightly because I'm halfway there. I have to repeat for the other one. So you don't want to shade very hard. And that is with the first one. Now I'm ready to go to the second. If I treat the second as an equation, I have y equals negative 2x plus 5, which means the slope is negative 2 over 1, or 2 over negative 1. And my b is 5, which means my starting point would be 0, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up there. Slope is telling me 2 down, 1 right. 2 down, 1 right. 2 down, 1 right. And I can't use it the other way. According to the original equality symbol, it should be a straight, I'm sorry, it is a straight line. It should be a solid line, I wanted to say. Solid line, and of course it should be straight. All right. Now, for this second one, right now, since we're treating it by itself, ignore the red stuff, just concentrate on the green line. I still not need to shade one of the 2 half planes, and even for the green line, I can still choose 0, 0 to test. But remember, you're allowed to choose any point. You don't have to choose 0, 0. I like 0, 0 because it's an easy point to work with. So if I put 0, 0 the second one, I'm getting 0 is less than or equal to 5, which is a true statement. So I need to shade, for the green line, I need to shade the area where 0, 0 is coming from, right here. So I have treated them each separately, and I have the red shading for the red and the green shading for the green. But because it's a system, I need to come back now and I need to put where the final answer is where they're both true. Where do I have shading that is green and red at the same time? And it's this area right here. So now I can go back and shade this more since I'm done. This shows or hides all the solutions. Some people go back and erase the other shadings, whatever suits you the best. I usually, to save me some time, I shade this more, which is telling me this is where the solutions to both of them are hiding. So if I choose any point in here, any point, it should be working for both. So for example, this point is shaded for both, and this point is negative to 0. Negative to 0. Let me go and test it. In the first one, I'm getting 0 is greater than negative 10. 0 is greater than negative 10, which is true. And in the second one, I'm getting 0 is less than or equal to 4 plus 5, 9. Yes and yes. True statement. Unlike the other side, where if I choose a point here, it will not be working for either of them. Let me take you to the second example. Now, for this second example, I have some more work to do because the inequalities are not solved for y. So let me take the first one and solve it for y. Switching sides means switch the sign. Let me stick to that and treat it as an equation. That tells me that my m is negative 4 over 1, or 4 over negative 1. And my b is negative 4, which means 0, negative 4. Here we go. I can't go down, so I have to go up. I have to use it the second way. 1, 2, 3, 4 up, 1 left. 1, 2, 3, 4 up, 1 left. And that is why, people, I like writing it both ways, because I don't know at the beginning what space I will have available. According to the original inequality symbol, this should be a dotted line. Dotted. And of course it should be straight. And I'm ready now to shade one of the two half planes. I can test 0, 0 in the original inequality, and it tells me that 0 plus 0, which is 0, is greater than negative 4. As 0 is greater than negative number, true. So I tested this point and I got a yes, which means I need to shade that area where the yes came from. If I would get a no, I would have to go and shade the other side. All right. Halfway there, I'm ready to go and start the second. I need to solve for y first. All right, so for the second, if I treat it as an equation, I have m equals 3 over 1, or negative 3 over negative 1, and b is 6, 0, 6. So I'm afraid I'm going to be off the graph a little bit, but it's all good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be up here. And again, I can't go up, so I have to go down. 1, 2, 3 down, 1 left. 1, 2, 3 down, 1 left. 1, 2, 3 down, 1 left, and so on. According to the original equality symbol, my line should be solid. There's my solid line. I have two half planes, one here and one here. I'm looking only at the red line. I'm allowed to test 0, 0 because 0, 0 is not passing from the red line. So please stay away from the boundary, from the line. If I put 0, 0 in the second inequality, I'm getting 0 plus 0, which is 0, is greater or equal to 6. That's a false statement. So I tested this point to the right of the red line and I got a false statement. So I should be shading everything on the side. All right, so I'm done with the green stuff and the red stuff, and I need to come back and shade where they both are true, where I see red and green at the same time. And it's this little spot in here, this little space. It's not too big. This is the area that is a solution for both of them. It's a solution to the system, because we don't treat them as separate anymore. And again, similar to before, if you choose a point in here, it should be working for both. So let me try to do that. Right here, what is this point? It's 1 left and 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So I said negative 1, comma 4. Let me put this in the first one. If I put in the first one, negative 4 plus 4, I'm getting 0 is greater than negative 4, which is a true statement. If I put this in the second, be careful how you do your operations. 3 plus 4 is 7, is greater or equal to 6. Yes. So I got from this point a yes from both of them, which is what I was expected to get. One more for you. First one, treating it as an equation, I would have y equals negative x plus 2. I have y by itself. The slope is negative 1 over 1, or 1 over negative 1. My b is 2, which means 0, 2. Here's a 0, 2. Down 1, right 1. Or I can go up 1, left 1. This is telling me that my line should be dotted. I can clearly see the two half planes, and I need to shade one of them. I can test 0, 0 because the line is not passing from that. If I put 0, 0 in here, I'm getting 0 is greater than 2. false. So I tested this point and I got a no. Therefore, I need to shade the other area, the other half plane. Going for the second one. The second one, if I treat it as an equation, is x equals a number, which hopefully you remember is a vertical line, and according to the inequality symbol, it should be solid. So right here. Of course, it should be straight. All right, this is kind of obvious. Less than or equal means to the left of it. But again, feel free to test the point, and 0, 0 works. 0 is less than or equal to 3. So shade to the left of it. I'm done with the blue separate and the green separate. I need to come back and shade where they're both true. Where do I have blue and green at the same time? Which is in here. This triangle. If you feel that you want to go back and erase what you don't need as far as the green shading now and the blue, the separate ones, that's fine. You can do that. So this is the area that is a solution to the system. That's why I'm insisting you should be shading very light at the beginning if you're just working with pencil, and then move on to darker eventually when you're ready to show the final answer. A point that should be working for both, maybe up here, that's 0, 4. Let's test 0, 4. I should be getting yes for both. The first one tells me 4 is greater than 2, yes, and the second one is telling me 0 is less than or equal to 3, yes. And there you have it.